Hello and greetings today. Happy Sunday. So I actually posted a video inside of Walmart, my favorite store, looking at the Christmas decorations and Christmas trees and everything, but unfortunately that video got copyrighted. So anyways, I want to talk about meeting guys on these apps, whether it's a dating app or a singing app, Smol, Star Maker, or whatever. Is like, when I was consistent all the time on Star Maker singing app, I met this guy. And he and I became girlfriend and boyfriend. He wanted something very serious with me. At the time, it was hard for me to read him because, for one, he would tell me that he wanted to be with me and I was so beautiful and he wanted to spend time with me. When we first started talking on the singing app and everything, we exchanged phone numbers. So we would FaceTime each other every night. One night he did something kind of grimy to me. And I should have known that he would do something grimy because on his profile, on his singing app Star Maker profile, when they asked his age, his name, then they asked him if he was in a relationship. And then he wrote on his profile that he's still looking for girlfriends. I thought after me and him got together that he would change that, but he didn't. Now, and I still think about this dude because I just do. This guy has spent time with me inside of my household only because of the fact that at the time, this was around the time when the storm was going on in Houston, Texas, when it was icy roads, it was snowing outside, and it was raining. And everybody's lights, and I'm saying Houston, Texas, because I think I've even saw some YouTubers who came and made videos saying that their power was out. One very popular YouTuber who's like related to the Prince family. But anyway, this guy not only spent Valentine's Day with me, and I had never done this before because this guy, even though he and I would FaceTime and we exchanged phone numbers and everything, I didn't know him that well to be letting someone like him spend a night in my house, stay in my house. I'm going to say a total of 4 or 5 days. Mind you, we spent Valentine's Day together. He came over on Valentine's Day. But the thing was that it was a storm going on. And I have a heart. I knew he didn't have no way to get home. So the very next day, when lights was clicking off in everybody's apartment complex, it was cold inside of the apartment. And some days the lights wouldn't click off at all. It would stay on. And this dude was in my bedroom hogging my TV. And he was always watching this show. I forget the name of the show. The show had these two actresses in the show, Niecy Nash, and the other actress was named Karrueche, Chris Brown's ex-girlfriend. So he was addicted to that show, but I used to get tired of him hogging my TV, watching this particular show on Hulu. Then, during the nighttime, we would go to sleep. Sometimes the lights would go out during the night. The power would go out. The power would go out. And he would turn over to me and say, well, there's nothing for us to do but have sex. You want to have sex? I'm like, no. I said, dude, a storm is going on. It's cold as hell in this house. It's cold. It's cold as hell outside. And that's all you can think about. So he gets up and goes to my refrigerator. Get a Lunchable. 2 Lunchables with his greedy ass. Some juice. And a bag of chips. I see him snacking. I roll over and I go to sleep. The very next day, during the night, I rolled over and finally he wasn't eating. He wasn't snacking, feeding his face. He was asleep. But the very next day, he was in my refrigerator again. And what I left out when I used to tell the story about this dude was that he had recently just got out of prison. Okay, but all that didn't matter. I didn't judge him because of that. But I did not want him at my house for that long period of time. He was still a stranger, but my thing was I never had anyone to spend Valentine's Day with me, so it meant a lot to me that he came and spent Valentine's Day with me. So that's why I let him stay at my house for those 5 days. Because, I guess you could say that I was kind of like man hungry. This was around the year of 2020. He did something grimy. He did something crazy while he was in my household with me, and he did something grimy. The crazy thing that he did was, before me and him went to sleep together in my bed, he stood in a corner and started chanting, I don't, He told me that he's Muslim, and that's how they pray, or whatever. So I just, you know. And then after he got done doing that in the corner, and he said that he was praying. After he got done doing that, he jumps in the bed, gets up under the cover with me, and says, "You want to fuck?" And I'm like, is that all you think about? And it's like, I just watched him do something crazy. And his religion, he said he's Muslim, but I did not like seeing that. That looked very crazy to me. Then, the grimy thing that he did was, the lights had went out during the daytime. I'm thinking he's gonna get in the bed and take a nap with me. He pulls the blanket off my bed for himself, and he goes in the living room and tells me he's gonna take a nap in there. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. So an hour later, I get up and I go to the bathroom. Then he calls me in the living room with him, and he's showing me something on his phone. But I'm looking at an open chat from the Messenger app. Him and some chick was talking on Messenger. And you sitting up there doing some bullshit to me like that while he in my house. And I asked him, I said, who is that? He gonna say, oh, that's an old friend. She's nothing to worry about. Don't even worry about that. He said, the only reason why I was talking to her is because I was trying to see who was gonna pick me up from here, from your house, and take me home because the storm is going on. I said, well, you could just keep calling people to see who's going to come and pick you up, because you can probably stay here one more night and that's it. Then that time I did make a story time about this, the fact that I was watching a YouTube video while he was in my bathroom, raking his afro, combing his hair. And on the video, this female was talking, and then she called her boyfriend. The boyfriend answers. When the boyfriend answers, he bursts out of my bathroom and he says, who the fuck you on the phone with? Do not play with me. I will hurt you. And he's pointing this rat tail comb to me, walking slowly. He's like, why would you disrespect me like that? I said, dude, that was the TV. I'm watching a YouTube video. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. That's when I knew, okay, this person I have in my house from the Star Maker Singing app, what the fuck was I thinking? Letting this person be all up in my personal space, and he crazy, and I didn't know he was crazy. Now, the sex we had was lit, but he was crazy. He was really crazy. Like, dude, Then every morning I wake up, I hear him in my refrigerator, crunching and eating, snacking. Besides that situation with that dude, from Star Maker. And he was also on TikTok. So he was on 2 apps. But he spent, at the time, he spent most of his time on Star Maker because he was not only trying to get with me, he was trying to get with other girls too. And did, behind my back. So another dude I met on the singing app of Star Maker. Now, I made a story time about this motherfucker. This crazy ass dude. He and I started liking each other. And I'm going to say what he called himself because I didn't know his real name. He called himself Spaceman. And he used to wear this on his profile picture. He had on this space suit and that space hat and everything. But him and I was really feeling each other. I thought, I would visit his party room on the singing app. He would visit my party room on the singing app. Me and him exchanged phone numbers. He wanted to FaceTime me because just like the other crazy ass dude who I was talking to on the singing app used to say, well, I want to make sure you're not a robot. I want to make sure you're a real person I'm talking to, which is crazy. Everybody on Star Maker was saying some bullshit like that. So, at the time. So, me and him are talking and chatting for about 2 months. 2 months. And he sent me a pic of his wiener. It was nice. Then asked me to send him a pic of something. I told him no. I'm never trusting another guy sending my body parts, sending body shots to a guy ever again because a guy exposed me on Facebook a long time ago. Sent my naked pics for all to see. Family members and all seen my naked pics, and I will never forget it. So I told him no. Then one day, he's like, until you be able to come to New York to visit me so we can finally have some sex, he's like, I want to send you a video of something because I want you to see how long my wiener is. I'm thinking he gonna send me a pic of him dicking down a female. Tell me why this dude sent me a pic of him having sex with another man. Just giving it to the other man. And had the man bent over like the man was a female. And I got so disgusted at the time, just like I said in the video at the time, even though I was much skinnier in that video. But this happened like 3 years ago. I got so disgusted after watching the video that he sent me to my phone that I went in the bathroom and threw up. Threw up. Then he calls me at 5 a.m. in the morning and he's like, you never did call me back and tell me what you thought of the video. Did you like it? I said, I wouldn't say I like it, but it was interesting. And then he was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm going to talk to you later. I'm about to go to sleep. I said, yeah, me too. A week after that, I stopped texting him. I stopped calling him. I stopped responding to him. 2 weeks later, he gets mad because he seen that I was acting different after seeing the video that he sent me of him having sex with another man. And he cusses me out called me lame, told me I was a bitch, a hoe, and this and that. Then he's like, I don't know what I ever saw in you. You didn't send me no naked pics, but I sent you a pic of my wiener. And then he's like, I didn't appreciate what you said about the video I sent you. I said, F you and that video. What am I supposed to think of it? I said, don't call my phone no more. We done. If you want to know why I hadn't been responding to you, that's the reason. Because why would you send me something like that? The fuck? No. And I would just never forget that because, like, I couldn't believe what I was watching. And I kept the video and sent it to one of my siblings and showed them. They thought it was funny or whatever. But they say, yeah, that person is on the down low. Don't talk to him. Which I wasn't going to talk to him anymore either. Anyway, after seeing that, because that was so disgusting. And I remember I threw my guts up. I threw up after watching it because I was really feeling this dude, liking him, until he sent me that of him and another man bent over and he dicking the man down. Like, dude, how could you? And the flashbacks just pissing me off. Let me try to compose myself. But I ain't never forgot that, and I wanted to expose him on StarMaker, the singing app, to everybody. I wanted, because he had called me some horrible names because he got mad because I told him I didn't like it, what he sent me. And then he got mad too because after he sent me that, I stopped talking to him. Stopped fucking with him. I didn't respond to his messages, nothing anymore. Like, you're into men. He's like, and then when he and I was arguing, I said, I wouldn't have never pursued you and gave you my phone number if I knew you were gay. He's like, I'm not gay, okay, bitch. What you saw is just like, I just like to don't know woman that I deal with want to let me have sex with her in that way, and that's all I'm doing. It's just, I'm like, you making no sense. And I'm like, I said, I'm not the bitch. Your mama's the bitch. And you are disgusting. And you are gay. And I hung up in his face. But I wanted to expose him. But I unfollowed him. I blocked him out of my phone and everything. And that was the end of it. Like, these people on this singing app of StarMaker or any app, singing app, whatever, you don't know who you dealing with. People be crazy the whole time. And you let them in your home and